Suffering from boring hi-hats? You are not alone. How to take your hi-hats from this to this. Yo, what's up? My name is Roy Akolo. I've made music for some of the biggest brands in the world, and I've helped over 1,000 of artists and producers take their music to the next level. And in this video, we're gonna take your hi-hat and finally turn them into something interesting. But real quick before we start, if you feel stuck with your music and you feel like you can break the 8-bar loop, I'm offering free one-on-one calls to show you how to make industry-ready tracks and start releasing music you're actually proud of. Link is in the description. Now let's go! Okay, so we have this kick and snare pattern. Nice. Now I want to add some interesting hi-hats. I've created a new MIDI track and I'm gonna add an empty drum rack. Okay, this is a place where I can add all kinds of samples. Now, what I'll do, I'll just write down hi-hats and I'll go to samples and I'll click one shot. Now here I have all kinds of samples that I already have on my computer. If I find one that I like, I just grab it to C1. And another one. And I'll just try to add like at least 8 in the beginning. If you're using Splice, you can just grab it from Splice and drop it here in the drum rack as well. And I'll just start writing notes randomly. I'll make sure I'm in 16th subdivision. If you don't know, I can change it by right clicking and then choosing it here, 16th, or command 1 and command 2. And I'll just start choosing some randomly. I need to make sure that most of the notes are the same one. Okay, as you can see here, I have a lot of different notes, but I'm repeating the first one most of the time. Then I can tweak it until I find a pattern that I like. Now what I'll do, I'll select all of them with Command A. And I'll click the randomize with the velocity. And I can change the amount of randomization here. Nice, it gives it a more human feel. And we'll also click the humanize button. What it does, it just moves them a bit to the right and to the left. If I zoom in, you can see it here. But don't do that over 10% because then it's a bit off. Now what I'll do, I'll right click the track and bounce track in place. Now we turned it into audio basically. After I have it in audio, I'll zoom in and I'll chop the audio into separate hi-hat. I'll click before it starts and I'll press Command E every time. Because audio gives me so much more options to work with. And it's also much more fun than MIDI because you can see the clips. Okay, as you can see, I chopped it into separate notes. And I can start playing with it. Let's say I just grab one and press R and then it reverses it. Sometimes, yeah, I have a short click before, so I just drag it back. Nice, let's do another one. Fire. Now another thing we can do, I can grab one of them, let's say this one, I don't know, randomly, and I'll shorten it. Now, I'll just press the shift button and I'll go to the top where I have this small triangle and I can drag it to the right. And I'll make sure I'm in warp and let's go with texture. Nice. Let's do it again. Let's grab this one. I'll shorten it and I'll press shift and I'll look for the small triangle and let's go this time with tones. Each warp mode gives me a different sound. Listen to it. This is tones. This is beats. This is texture. This is repitch. This is cool. Really like the repitch. And we have complex and complex pro. Let's go with repitch. And let's do it again. This time with tones. Now let's create some space. Let's remove some of them. I just grab one, I press 0. Maybe this one, I don't know. Just randomly. Maybe not this one, maybe this one. Okay, this one maybe I'll bring it back and I'll press R again. We can also add an auto pan, and if you don't know this effect, it's a panning effect which will move the sound from right to the left, but it does it automatically. I can play with the amount. Basically it determines how much I want it to move from right to the left, and here I can play with the speed, and I can choose it to notes, 16th or 8 notes, or I can change it to hertz. If you like this video, click the like button and the subscribe. And like I've said in the beginning, I'm offering free one-on-one calls to help you get unstuck and finally finish music you're actually proud of. Link is in the description. See you in the next one.